So
Okay.
let's dive in.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I would have loved to make this class a physical class because I love practical a lot. I don't like saying what is in the book most times, and
Yes.
but it has to be this way anyway. So it has been a busy day for me here, and I would like to take you guys along with me with what we are doing, which is solar system sizing training for the day class. So I'm trying to come up on to present to give my presentation. I'm coming. Sorry, Big Son. Have you made me an host?
Yes, I've made you a host. You are honored.
Okay, I'm here to get my what's it called? My presentation. I'm here to get the icon.
Okay, you just go to share.
Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Don't worry. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you can, if it's possible, you can turn on your camera so it will be, when they are seeing you and they are seeing the visual.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. I'm coming. Let me put on a powder. Okay.
yeah, to
I
be.
never knew you guys would want me to show my face, but no problem.
It's not compulsory, but when you are saying something and people are looking at you, facial, your reaction and everything,
Okay, okay. I get it
you
anyway.
know, to synchronize better.
I get you. I get you. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, but you need to put it up to, so it will look like a slide. This television icon towards where you can adjust the
Okay.
percentage.
Can you be? Maybe are you also the host because I'm seeing some invites.
Some invite requests. No, I will be accepting
Yeah.
those. Don't worry about them.
Oh, okay, okay. I shouldn't bother, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can see the screen, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, we can see it.
okay, okay. Better. So, sorry, I will open my screen shortly. I don't know what's wrong with this stuff. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Uh, you guys are all welcome to the free online solar system sizing training. My name is Olaiwa Joadu Samson. I'm the facilitator for today's training, and I'll be taking you guys on preliminary of the solar system sizing. And fine, I would have loved it's a physical class, which would have made you guys understand more. But I will try my possible best, even though I don't have any image to present at the moment. So, for a start, before I start, let me see everyone with their emoji before I start.
Send your reaction to the chat so that he will be sure
Okay,
that we are with him. So
okay,
just like we used to do it.
okay. I only saw one emoji. Okay, another thumbs up. Okay, okay, okay. So You guys are welcome once again into the class. So I'll be taking you, as I've said, my name is Olaniwaju Adu Samson. I've been in this business more than 15 years, but let me just put it 15 years. So I've been training people, and in fact, I'm also going through a training presently. So knowledge is never a loss, and there's no stop in this solar world. There's no stop. So you keep learning day by day. So the more of like an advanced training, so that we'll keep brushing up our brains on the new technologies. Every day there are a lot of innovations, so which require us to keep on learning. So I will advise you guys to keep learning. So um, firstly, we'll be starting with our training objectives are understanding electrical loads and energy consumption. So sorry, you are free to interject or probably ask me questions where you are not clear. So the first objective here is understanding electrical loads and energy consumption. Then we'll be learning step-by-step sizing methodology, understanding solar panels and battery calculation. They know how to select chart controllers. Then applying knowledge through practice case study, which I know we are not here for the practical, but we're here for the. So I'll try in a bit to see if I could get some image during this training, so that I can put you two guys through. So sorry, before I ask, I want to know if anyone is here who is a novice, as in full novice, that maybe he had no knowledge about no knowledge about solar. Anyone in the room?
Mami,
Okay, you are new. Okay, that's good. Okay. So
I'm
maybe
also new.
Big Son will be organizing a physical training, which is very compulsory for you guys. So when it comes to um, some little of physics coming in and chemistry little, so that will require a physical training. So
Yeah, we are organizing a physical training, but we are taking their data based on if people in Ibadan is more, our next
okay.
practical training is going to be in Ibadan, so that's how we will take it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me keep going. So, so the question here we have is, what is solar power system? I know most of us knows what solar power system is. What solar power system is a system at which is an alternative power system why we generate through the sun array to charge our storage, which is the battery, through an inverter system, which is the AC to DC system or DC to AC system. And we have different type of um, solar power system, which is off-grid, on-grid, and hybrid system. And if you check, we have the basic components. The basic one component are solar panels, charge controllers, inverters, battery bank, and load. So in advancement of things, this chart controller now we are out facing chart controllers, because most inverters now are hybrid, in the sense that chart controllers are inside inverter. So that's why we call it. So most times you hear hybrid inverter, you'll be asking, what is hybrid inverter? So hybrid inverters are inverters that come in with chart controllers, inbuilt chart controllers. So it looks all in one. So compared to the conventional way where you have your inverter and you have a chart controller. So, and I know as this training has been going, I know that we must have gone through some training before now that has really showed us what charge controller, inverter are, solar panels are. So I don't want to go into that. So I'll be breaking down these items, which is the types of solar system. So which is the number one is the off grid. So underneath that we have off grid solar system. Then the definition of off grid solar system is operates independently from the public electricity grid. It uses solar panels, a battery bank, and inverter to provide electricity. So the key features of this particular off-grid system is a situation whereby there is no connection of NEPA supply, be it disco or national grid. So that's what the off-grid is all about. And this system must generate and store 100% of need of power. So in we have a situation like this in a probably in a rural area where there's no grid or national grid in that particular area. This is where this off grid is being used. So where there's no national grid. So like there's a village opposite my village where they've been having issues of having issues with the discos anyway. So they've not been having light for like since existence, and the village is 50 years, though it's a small community. And recently they requested for how can they power their community with solar system, which we provided a solution for them, and it's working fine now. So this is where who is calling me? Okay, so this is where off-grid solar system comes in. In this place, there is no expectant of utility coming in at all. So they only have solar system to charge their storage, then save their battery till night period and use the battery all through the night till the next morning. So that is the off-grid. I know most of us will understand what I'm saying here. So it requires batteries for night or cloudy days, often used in rural areas, as I've mentioned.
Hello, sir.
So
Sorry to
yes,
cut you short. Can you take a look? Who sent you something through the admin group on your WhatsApp? Because
okay,
we'll put this course to be a step by step. Because where you are going right now, they haven't gotten there. You're
okay, okay,
supposed to
okay.
take a course before this one. This is supposed to be your next course.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, this is supposed to be your next course. We'll send you
It's
module.
still a flow. It's still a flow because I still need to explain this.
Yes, you need to explain the but the way we are taking it, we want them to some of them are completely novice, like no knowledge of solar before. So for us to achieve that proper understanding, we will need to like take them from nursery to primary, then to secondary, then before
Okay,
go to uni.
okay. No problem. We'll
Yeah.
do
So,
that. Okay, so we'll be moving to another understanding the electrical load. Okay, so we need to move to that anyway.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry for the
No, no problem, no problem. I was just, in fact, I'm still going to that section anyway. I'm still going
yeah.
towards that section. So I
Okay.
just need to give them maybe a tip of what we're about to do, but no issues.
Thank you, sir.
Mm. Okay, so if you can see on my screen now, we have what's it called? Uh, Understanding electrical loads. So the question here is what is a load? A load is referred to any electrical device or appliances that consume power. Examples include TVs, fan, bulbs, refrigerator, air conditioner, like laptops, every other device you could think of that you need to plug is what is called load. And in this particular course that we are running presently, so type of load, we have resistive load and inductive load. So resistive load, these convert electricity directly into the heat or light. Then examples are incandescent bulbs, electric cookers, water heater. So those are resistive load, like our bulbs, our TV sets, then electric cookers. Then, as uh, as you've seen, the example is shown here. Then the inductive load also. This contain motors or coil and often requires more power to start than to run. So examples are fans, refrigerators, air conditioner, and pumps. So if you check this load, this inductive loads, those are the heavier loads we have in the house. They are inductive. Anything that has to do with motors or coil, they are inductive load. Then resistive loads are our lightning point, electric cooker, because those ones are not inductive, but they are resistive loads. So in this place, why is it important for you to know your load? It determines how much energy your system must supply. So proper load assessment ensures your system is neither under design, leads to blackout, nor over design, waste money. So why this statement? It means that if your load is not well calculated, is either you under design your system or you over design it. If you over design it, is a waste of money. Then if you under design, is a lose. So this will require you to do another design if it is under design. So hope we are getting this.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, they are not seeing the screen properly, like it's far.
Oh,
So this that icon
No,
there, just
it's okay, yeah.
okay, sorry. Okay.
To me, yeah, it's okay. I don't think it's too far.
Is it okay this way?
some
Go and bring.
somebody
Yes,
just
Is it
sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
okay.
as I've mentioned, I want you guys to ask me questions. What are resistive loads? I've mentioned the resistive load. Those are the bulbs we use at home, the electric cookers, the water heaters. Those are our resistive loads, like your TV sets, speaker. Those are resistive loads. So now inductive loads are load that uses motors and coil, which I mentioned. Your fans, they use coils. Your AC, they use coils and motors to run. So that's what inductive load means. So those are the heavy appliances. So if you are talking about heavy appliances, then we'll be looking at inductive loads. Fine, even though some resistive loads are heavier too, but we can't categorize them as an inductive load. So, and as I've mentioned earlier, if you know your proper load assessment, your system is either under design, which will lead to blackout. Then if it is over design, you are wasting money. So I want this to be at the back of our mind whenever we are designing, or probably we are doing our load analysis. So our next slide is giving us a table of our appliances. And these appliances is consistive of resistive load and inductive load. So the inductive load here is the fan, because a fan uses a coil. And if you check under this table, don't mind my table, sorry. It was a rush. So we have the appliances, we have watts, we have hours, we have daily, which is rated in watt hour. So I don't want to go down there. So a sample of
We are
your
not seeing
load.
the load though. We are seeing. I mean, is it
Sorry,
my?
sir, we are not seeing the table. We are not seeing the table,
Yeah,
sir.
you are just putting it on the slide by the left. The main slide. You have to click on it so that we can see it on our. Because me, I'm not
I'm
seeing the
coming.
table.
Sorry, I'm coming. Just hold on.
Joshua, raise up your hand. Joshua, what is it? Hello, Joshua. Okay, I think that hand is a mistake.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, I wanted to tell him that he is a bit fast, because some of us we learn by taking jottings as you speak. It makes learning, very easy for us. So, like you, the way you took us, I think I'm used to that. You will go and at our pace, but I
That's
think
why
he's a bit fast.
that
Is what I'm
that is
trying to
why
say.
it's an
Yes.
interactive class. You let
Yes.
him know so that you get the best of it. Okay.
Yes, that's the more reason I raised up my hand to say it. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Big Son, sorry, I'm trying to locate where I could make my external screen go wide on the screen because I could not find it on the platform here.
Okay, I
Okay,
think
hold on. Let me
Okay.
see.
I think you can just click on this expandable this thing on your browser here to expand your screen.
okay, expand your screen first. Then
Yes.
Yeah, at the
no, the
top
top
right,
where you
you
can
have
minimize, expand, and close.
yeah, exactly. You can expand from there.
You can even
From here.
press F5.
No, the top right where you have minimize, expand, and close. So that
Oh,
you have your whole screen on the system. Then you can now click this icon that looks like a television here.
okay.
I was having the same issue too when I.
Can you see it now?
Your screen has to be wide enough. Like,
Yeah, it's wide enough.
The screen has to continue.
Yeah,
Like
I'm seeing
the
preview.
side of
Even,
your
oh,
But it's still okay. We are able to see clearly, so it's not so bad. You can still carry on. I think we can still continue with this though. Yes, it's
yeah.
not bad. It's visible. I can see the applicants, what's our that is. I can see there's TV, fan, lights, daily
Yeah,
load.
this is
It's
still showing
it's
clearly.
clear.
This is showing clearly.
Okay, we can
Yes,
work with it like this. Oh.
yes. I think it's
Yes, yes.
so
We can make do
maybe
with
my
it.
next class I will improve on this presentation. Sorry about
it's
that.
not
Sorry
Okay.
our
about this.
best exactly. At least
I've
there's
been
something we
trying
can
just
see.
my way to toggle out where to view this, but it has not
Exactly,
been easy.
exactly. Mm.
Okay, I saw gallery. I don't know. I'm seeing gallery. I want the screen. I want the presentation to go wide. I want it to go wide initially. I want to speak. How is it now?
No,
Yeah,
it's
I think
okay. Don't worry.
the
Let's
thing is
make do
fine.
with
You
this.
can let's on the next class we'll look at
Yes.
how to. But since we
Exactly.
can see it
Just carry
clearly,
on.
we are good.
Just carry on. It's fine. It's fine. Just carry on.
Moses, Machara, how are you, sir?
Yes, I'm the one. Yes, I'm good. I'm very good.
Okay, good. Is
I'm
our
in Nairobi. It's loud and clear from here.
okay, good.
Okay, we have someone from Nairobi. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, am I too
Yes.
fast or slow?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Man.
Okay, we
I
can
could
proceed.
understand because me I can view directly from my laptop here to see clearly, but you
Yes,
guys are not seeing it.
no, they said they can see it clearly. Me, I can see it. I don't know other people. Maybe they.
No, it's very clear, sir. You can go on, sir. Let's go on, sir.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll make do with this. Let's just go.
Okay. Okay. I'm coming. I think I'm seeing some setup. Share. We can share. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry about this.
No problems. Fire on, please.
Okay. So, as I've said earlier, um, you can see appliances. So, I told you a load is also known as appliances. So, anytime someone said, okay, come and check my appliances, his appliances is equal as a load. So, under this table, you can see under the appliances, we have TV set, we have a fan. I'm just making this as an example so that we can understand where I'm coming from. So, I mentioned TV is our resistive load, our fan is an inductive load, lightning points, they are also a resistive load. So, under the next line, we have watt. So, I would have loved to do a breakdown of what watt means. So, watt could be calculated by voltage and current. I don't know if I'm passing my boundaries again. Okay, so your load can be calculated by watts and can also be calculated to be a current. So I don't know if we've gone through these stages. So for you to get a watt is multiply your current by the voltage of the appliances, then you get the watt. So under the watt, we have a TV which is running at 150 watts. Then we have a fan which is running at 70 watts. Then we have a lightning point that is running at 60. So under this, we have hours also, which I'm just using as an example for us to understand. So we have the TV running for a 5 hours time. Then we have the fan running for a 8 hours time. Then we have lightning point running for a 10 hours time. So altogether, that 15 multiplied by 150 is going to give us 750. Then the fan, which is 70 watts, multiplied by the hours, which is given here, which is 8 hours, we'll be getting 560 watt hour. Then the lightning point, which is 60 watts, will be multiplied by 10 hours, which is going to give us 600 watt hour. So adding these all appliances together, we are going to be getting 1.9 kilowatts, which is 1,910 watt hour. Watts per hour. So what that watt hour means is, we added hours to it. So once you are multiplying it by hours, it becomes watt hour. So in a day, we are going to get this total load will be at 1,910 watt hour per day. Just for an example.
Samson, can I come in? Samson,
okay,
can I come in?
Okay,
yes, the question is, like the system that we have here in Kenya, we are used to counting, like for people who are not familiar with the issues of kilowatts. Normally here we say 1 unit is 1 kilowatts.
Yes.
That is the electricity we get from the Kenya Power. So when you are dealing with clients, the best way is not to talk in terms of watts and kilowatts. You just ask them in a month, like how many units do you use in a day? In a month. They'll tell you, like here in Kenya, we pay 30 shillings per unit. So you're able to know the exact number of units these clients use. Because when you get them into the jargon of words, and they may not understand. But here we have that system whereby we are able to know the consumption of the clients based based on the number of units that they use. So I don't know whether in Nigeria you have the same system, whereby like here we have Kenya Power and Lighting Company. I'm sure there's a company there for that does the issues of electricity there. Do you have the same system whereby 1 unit is equals to 1 kilowatt? Just
yes,
back to you, Samson.
it's same, yeah. It's same, yeah. But in this situation, you know,
Yes.
I'm putting you through a preliminary of a setup. So we have a meter that shows us how many watt hour we use on daily basis. So there's always a calculation. We have a meter. So it's so here too. But in this lecture now is different. You know, we've not even gone to that stage. So I know as time goes on, you guys will get to that stage.
I get you.
This is just a preliminary section, you know, for those that are new in this. For those that are new in this, I don't want to jump too much. So I need to put them through this. So for you to get a watt hour is to multiply the hours of your appliances. You know, this one is just a sample. It's just a sample. I'm just explaining what load is all about.
I get you.
So thank you very much. I really appreciate your comment, and we are working towards it. So which I'm still going to take him on. You know, I told you I'm a more practical person than the theory of a thing. So, but as we all have it, I'm just trying myself to brush into this. So, you know, as I mentioned, your load will be calculated in watt hour after you multiply by the hours needed. So that one is for the load. Anyone who does not understand what I just put through now, if you have any question, let me hear you. I might be too fast. You can go on. Is Joshua talking?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the next slide, we have a solar design step by step. So, you know, initially, what we've done before this slide was calculate our load in watt hour per day. So we are moving to the next step, which is add 20% that is for system loss. So I need to put you through how solar design is going to go about, just with maybe just a sample, a preliminary sample of how to design a system. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so for an advice, I will want to put it for you guys to add a 20% for system losses in a system design. So I'm going through the step-by-step solar design. Then we have sizing the battery bank. Then we have size solar PV array. Then how to select the charge controllers. Then probably choose a suitable inverters for your system design. So now we are moving more into the calculation part of it. To get your battery capacity, you know, initially we have a load, which is 1,910 watt hour. That is for a day, for a particular hour, which derive this 1,910 watt hour. It could have been calculated in 1.9 kilowatt hour, but I don't want to put it in kilowatts. So I put it in watt hour, because in some applications whereby you want to design a system, a software that could design a system, it will be in watt hour, not in kilowatts. So that is why I use watt hour as a preference. There are like some softwares I operate that you have to use in watt hours, not in kilowatts. So how to get your battery capacity is equals to load multiplied by day, then divided by the voltage, then multiply by your DOD. So what is the meaning of the DOD in this? That is depth of discharge. So I would like to go deeper into depth of discharge so that we'll get what we're saying. So for any energy storage design, there must be a DOD assigned to it, because there's no way you can get 100 amp hours and you be able to use the whole 100 amp hours. So this DOD comes in at a ratio of 0.8, or it could be 8%. If I'm asking that this particular system now is 100 kilowatts, but what is inside it, what is usable, is 80%. So that's what DOD means. So the voltage too is your system design will determine too. If you check, I have load multiplied by the days, then divided by the voltage, then multiplied by the DOD. So that is what gives us the battery capacity. So for example, I made use of that my load, which is 1.9 kilowatts. That is 1,910 watt hour. Then the days, I mentioned, I just made use of 2 days. Let's say 2 days. I want to design a battery storage for 2 days. So which I did 2 days for this particular 1,000, this particular part, where I used 1,910 watt hour. So multiply by the days, which I chose 2 days just for an example. And the system voltage is 24 volts. So this 24 volt comes in the part of the inverter sizing. So if assuming I have an inverter, there must be a voltage point at which the inverter operates on a battery. So now for you to get a 24 volt, I don't know, you must have gone through this preliminary also, where to connect 2 batteries to get 24 volts, where to connect 4 batteries to get a 24 volt also. That is
Yes,
a
sir.
section of series and parallel connections.
Yes, sir.
We've all
We've
gone through that stage, right? Okay, so
yes,
that is where
yes,
that 24 volt is coming in. So now, and I mentioned most batteries, especially lithiums, but let me use the regular batteries. So the regular batteries most times comes in, the regular batteries I mean is the deep cycle, then the dry cell, tubular batteries. They come with maybe most time 60% DOD, 70% DOD, depending. But this calculation is a lithium battery, which is at 80% DOD. So 80% DOD in conversion, in decimal point, it comes to 0.8. How do you get that conversion? Which is 80 multiplied by 100 divided by 100, then you get 0.8. Do you get that? Hello?
yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, we are together now. We are with you. We are with
okay,
you.
so the result here is giving us the load multiplied by the 2 days, then divided by the 24 volt, that is the inverter system, multiplied by the DOD, which is 0.8. So overall capacity that is needed for that 2 days of the load is going to be giving us 199 amp hours. So if we are now to get that this capacity now in kilowatts, then we will now have to multiply this 199 multiplied by the battery voltage. Then we'll be getting, can we do the math together, please? That is 24 multiplied by 1,999. What's the answer, please?
4776.
So we'll be needing a 4.77 kilowatt hour battery storage. So approximately we'll be needing up to, let's say, 5 kilowatt hour battery, because 4.7 is not a formation to form a lithium cells in the battery. So we'll go approximately 5 kilowatt hour battery for that. So any questions here? Because I need you guys to ask me question on this. This is a
Yes.
calculation.
Okay. The question is this. So is the battery, in this case, is it a lead acid battery? Is it a gel battery? Is it a lithium phosphate battery for this setup?
So, I mentioned in this particular setup is a lithium battery.
Okay, good. Noted.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you.
lithium battery. But if it is in a dry cell, Moses, are you here? So if it is a
Yes, sir.
dry cell or a tubular battery, I told you every battery has its own DOD.
Yeah, exactly. So
So as I mentioned,
this one is for the lithium battery.
yes, yes, I would have done a. I told you I prefer the physical class where I can write on the board. Yeah, now it's becoming something else. It's being electrified, so it's don't worry.
Don't worry,
Maybe
sir.
some of your days of
We'll get
physical
to it,
training I
sir.
will be available. Yeah.
We'll get
So,
to it, sir. Don't
Dixon,
worry.
just pardon me. Just pardon me. I'm not this electro. When it comes to work, I prefer it physical.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
understand. I
Big
understand.
so
Son,
please just
sorry, sir, Big
every
Son. Big Son,
okay.
you taught us this in the last class.
Hmm.
The DOD?
Yes, did you remember? You taught us in the last class, the
Yes,
class we had
we'll
on
discuss
Saturday.
DOD. Yes.
We
Yes.
get the point now. So if it was a gel battery or a lead acid, it would have been like 0.5, not 0.8.
Exactly, Moses.
Now I
I love
understand
you.
now. I
You are
understand
getting
now. I
it.
understand now. It's clear now. It should have been
So
0.5. It was a lead acid battery.
yes, because what made the DOD so low is because of the chemistry of the cells. So that is what made the DOD so low like that. Though it's a too older technology, there are some batteries that are DOD at 0.9 too.
Very clear now. Very clear now.
So, but this one is a
Hello?
sample of a lithium, but it's calculated in amp hours. So if you want to get
Yeah.
it in kilowatts, is you will now multiply this amp hours by the battery voltage
It is
to get
24.
that 4,776 watt hour. So that is that. So any other questions?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay.
So the battery capacity is 0 times days. Now I want to understand these days. You used two, for example. So
Yeah.
if let's say, for example, we are using 1.9 kilowatts hour a day, and then 2 days, does it mean that this calculation was done for a battery that can be able to carry 1.9 kilowatts hour for 2 days?
Yes, it's calculated.
Then
Yes, exactly.
is these days sort of, is this two sort of a general accepted number, or is it
No,
just an
no,
example?
no.
Okay.
So okay, it's just an example. I wish I could operate a whiteboard here to explain how this could be worked. So
Yeah.
we could do
There is
a week
a whiteboard actually.
whiteboard. Okay, let me see.
Go to this more. Then
More. Okay. Okay,
there's
under more.
a
Okay.
whiteboard where you have
Okay,
docs,
since.
notes, whiteboard. Yeah.
So I see share whiteboard
Yeah.
options. Okay. The screen share will be in progress also.
Yeah.
So can we see the whiteboard now?
No, you have to share it. It's loading.
Okay, I have to share it.
Just wait
Okay.
for it. It's loading.
Okay. Okay, can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, as the case may
No,
be,
it's not showing here.
huh?
It's not showing here.
Ah,
It
voila.
display refresh.
Okay, showing refresh. Big son,
Yeah.
can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else who have not seen it?
So we cannot see the whiteboard.
Me, I can see it. I can see it from my own
Yeah,
hand.
I can see it too. So the participant that we are not seeing the whiteboard. Is that what you say?
I think I can see it too.
Do you see
Ah,
me writing?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
visible here.
Okay, so let me look for the eraser. Who is writing on the board, please?
please try not to touch your screen so that you don't write on the board.
Okay, is it a public board? Okay, so as I've mentioned on the load, which is Uh, Problem with this board. So this 19 0 multiply by, let's say, who asked me that question? Is it Joshua?
That's me.
No.
Okay, so he was
Octave
he was saying
multiplier.
that is it a general thing for us to use 2 days? I said no, it's not a must. I'm just making two as an example for this particular explanation. So I could decide to say, okay, I want to use 5 days. So if we
Days
multiply
of
this by
autonomy
five
are
days
like, the days that the days that your battery can last
for your
without charge.
storage, yeah, for your battery storage,
You understand?
it's for the purpose of your battery storage. That is what we are designing. I'm just giving you an example. If probably maybe in your house now, let's make an example. You want a storage that could maybe take you for like 5 days. You want battery without, even without charging. Is the purpose of this uh, example I showed here, which I'm making use of, let's say 5 days now. That is 1,910 watt hour multiplied by 5, which is going to give us 9,550. Okay, sorry. What am I doing? So, what I did was multiply by the days, then over 24 volts. We are still using 24 volts. It could be, let's say, okay, I want to use 48 volts now. I don't want to use 24 volts. I want to use 48 volts. Okay, no, sorry. And we are still making use of lithium. So the answer here is going to be giving us 1,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 48 volts, then times the power factor of 0.8, which is going to be giving us, oh, sorry, okay, it's going to be giving us 159 amp hours. So this is for 5 days. If you get this calculation, are you with me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but hello?
Yes.
Yeah, so my question now is, for example, if we are using 5 days, or if we put 5 days into consideration, now
Yes.
in a place that has enough sunlight every day. Now I'm putting maybe building a system with battery that can last for 5 days. Is that not sort of an over design whereby you're using a battery that can last for 5 days when actually you just need the battery for during the night when there is no sunlight, and then in
Okay,
the day
so
you can just use. So I was asking if there is maybe
mm,
a generally accepted number of days, maybe 1 day, 2 days, that for
yes.
your battery to be able to last.
Yes, in some cases, I'm
Okay.
just making an example. You get,
Yeah.
I'm not making it a mandatory that anytime you want to design, you design for 5 days. No, there will be some situation. At least, I was contacted some times ago before in Niger to design a system that will work for 48 hours. The total load is to be designed for 48 hours. So what do I go into? I went into serious calculation, getting the total storage that will be needed for that kind of design is over 964 kilowatt hour storage. So I'm just giving it as a preamble that, okay, if you have a design storage for 2 days, how are we going to go about it? That is where this calculation is coming in. We can use 1 day. Even I can remove this 5 now and put 1. You get, we can reduce it. Instead of 1 day, we can reduce it to hours. You get?
Yes, yes.
So that is just a preliminary. I'm just making it as an example so that we all know that okay, these are the process we need to go through before we can get a battery storage calculation.
Okay, sir. So if you are reducing it to hours, how do we calculate that?
So
Do we
that
still
will be
calculate the same way?
no. Now it is 1 or 2. So we now do it in a decimal ratio.
Okay.
So you divide it by 100% of by the hours. You divide by the hours you needed. Like let's say, okay, this is a 2-day. We can decide okay for let's say 1 hour. We'll put the ratio, to now be 0.001.
Okay.
You get
you can just say, okay, if this person is consuming 1,990, right?
then
Then you
yes,
can do it. Okay, for how many hours is he going to be, using this load?
using
So
this
you can use it to times the hours, so to give you the total
hours.
storage you need.
Exactly. So this one is in days. So if you say you want to reduce it in hours, is what you just mentioned now. You multiply by their hours.
I hope
So
we
as
are
I've
clear.
said earlier, so in what we are calculating, I made a wrong calculation there because I was using a physical calculator. So 1,900 by 5, as I've said, I want us to know the exact amp hours we'll be using here, which is 1,910 multiplied by 5 days is going to give us 9,550. Then divided by the battery voltage, which is 48 multiplied by 0.8.
This
So,
calculator is, let's do it this way. 1,910
okay.
times 5
Mm-hmm.
is 9,550. We'll put it down. Then we'll do 48 times 0.8. It gives us 38.4.
Okay, okay,
So we'll
thank
now
you.
do 9,550 divided by 38.4. That's 248.69.
9550 divided by 38.4. So it's giving us 248 amp hours. So now to now get this 248 amp hours in kilowatt is now going to be this 248 multiplied by 48 volts. That is 248 times 48. So that is 11.9 kilowatts. Sorry. 11.9. So approximately 12 kilowatt battery. Kilowatt hour.
Maya, you are raising up your hand.
Yes. Good evening. Well done. And
Yeah,
once
thank you.
again, thank you for the class. So I was thinking, I do not know whether this class is being recorded.
It's
Yes,
being recorded.
It's being recorded.
Okay. Because I think I may have to fall back on the recording much later.
Okay. So now this battery storage for this particular design, which is multiplied by the 5 hours day. So that means for this particular load for 5 days constantly, it will be for 12 kilowatt hour.
Are we
So do you get that?
getting the point?
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, so now
The class is interactive, so you respond so that he will know that you get what he's teaching. Okay? I just
so
need
now
please, sir, continue.
okay, so if you could remember how we got this load capacity, it was through this. it was through this particular analysis that we got that 1,900. I want us to just refresh back. Or now we got that 1,910 watt hour. It's from this analysis we got it. So moving on is calculating for your storage for 2 days. I made 2 days as an example
Yes, we
to
got for
calculate
two.
this. So which give us this 199 amp hours. So that is for the battery storage. We've been able to secure that one using a 4,776 watt hour for that. Then let's move to the next slide. Can I shut down this?
Yes, of course.
This
Sir, while you are doing that, I want to ask a question on their behalf. Is it
okay.
technically okay or advisable that somebody who can do a design for a 5 day storage, just like the other guy asked?
That is it possible?
Yeah, like is it not it doesn't it look like over designed for you to even do like 2 days? Since
So
the
let's
sun is going
assuming
to come up the next day again.
So okay. So it's possible in a rural area. It's possible to design something like this for a rural area because let's count out, we're in a cloudy period where there's
Yeah,
no sunlight.
raining
So
season.
for like a week now, there's no sunlight. So imagine you are in that kind of scenario. Won't
Yeah,
you design a buffer for a longer period to use a storage?
yeah.
You would want to.
For rainy
So
day.
at times there will be a reason why people needed it that way. So I'm just making it as an example that okay, this is just for this just a sample for designing your battery. So it could be anything you get.
Yes,
So
sir.
I might wish to design for 10 hours. I might wish to design, but in the initial, if you check this page where the appliances is being listed, there's a reason why I mentioned that a TV set
Sir, you
that
need
will
to
run
share your
for
screen
5 hours
again.
is being calculated. Yeah, it's being calculated for. I just make it in a real life scenario.
Yeah.
She gets like most times my TV could be on for like 4 to 5 hours in a day. So I use five hours in a day. Multiply. So in a day, I need 1,910 watt hour in a day, which is what is giving me this answer of 1,910 watt hour. You get? So this calculation only comes in when it becomes more than a day. You get?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
So now that is where the DOD, because you need to calculate the DOD of your battery to know. Okay, so assuming you didn't use a DOD for this calculation now, and you just arrive at a particular capacity. By the time you start using it, you find out that the hours or the days you designed for that system, it will not perform as that days you wanted because you didn't implement the DOD of the battery, which is the depth of discharge. So that is where the depth of discharge too is also coming in. So everything about battery calculation has to do with your DOD and the hours, even if it could be in days, because my load already has been calculated in hours. So I don't need to calculate in hours again. So this is in a day. I'm calculating. So in a day, I'll be needing 1,900 watt hour. I hope we are getting that.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Sir,
Okay,
also,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it should be stated that you see in this your table, you stated that your TV is going to be on for 5 hours in a day. So when he said that
yes,
this load is for a day, is because the TV is going to be on for 5 hours in a day, not like
in a day.
the TV will be on 24 hours in that day.
Yes,
Just
we
like
can make it. So I said it's a real life experiment. If
yeah,
I said, okay, I want to run for 12 hours, every of this load now for 12 hours now, we will not get the watt hour. The battery storage will be too big. So
yeah,
I just made use of this for an example because there's no how I'll be putting on my TV for 24
for 12
hours in a
hours.
day.
Uh-huh.
Even 12 hours is too much. What am I doing? What will I sit down with the TV watching TV? No. The most critical things most times are fans and lightning point at night. So I calculated 10 hours for lightning point,
Yeah,
which is
and most
mostly at night.
times, or fridges, maybe your fridge or freezer. These are things
I
that
didn't want
takes
I didn't
longer
want to put
hours.
that one. I just put this particular appliances because they are minor appliances, because I don't want to go to that deep
Yeah, yeah,
calculation of yeah.
same
So
thing here. So that
I wanted
you
a
don't get
simpler
confused.
formation. So I hope we all understand how to calculate our battery.
Please, you need to
Okay.
respond now. How are we doing this class again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You need
sir.
to
Sorry,
respond so that
sorry,
Yes, sir.
I've
we
not
are
been
together.
alongside with
With
the
you.
class, so I don't know how the class has been. Probably,
Yeah, we'll
maybe I'm
always
not
do it
friendly.
this way that, we don't wait till
Yes,
the end
sir.
of the class before you can ask
Mm.
questions. We
It could be network anyway.
network, how can everybody be having network? Because if we
We
are not
understand.
doing it the way we are doing it, I mean, some people will be lost, right? So
Hmm.
we try to, so that him too, he will be sure that, okay, what he has touched, that we are getting it. If there is something he needs to go over again, he'll be able to go over. Because Ogalara is not somebody you see every day. Let me be honest with you. It's not
Stop that.
somebody you see every day. So I know what it took for me to get him here. So let's maximize him,
Okay.
please.
So thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
sir. We appreciate you, sir.
Yes, yes, thank you. So that one is for the battery capacity, but I'm sure everybody now know how to calculate his battery for
Yes, sir.
either.
Definitely.
So it depends on what you wanted. So this is what I'm going to use for an example. So that's why it's like this. Sorry, please pardon me. If you want it in your own hours, you can tell me now, then we'll work it out. So in the absence of that, thank you.
We
Okay,
are
so
good
now
to
we
go,
move.
sir.
Now we move to the panel sizing. So we all know what solar panel is now. So
Yes, sir.
panels is rated in watt power per unit, is rated in watt power. So this formula is your watt power, that is solar panel watt hour, is
Sir,
equals
please
to
share your screen
daily load.
again, sir.
Eh?
Share your screen again, sir, please. So that,
Okay, so
yes, you need to share your screen again.
okay, can you see that now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. So this particular function now, this is panel sizing. We are sizing a panel. So we have daily load. As I've mentioned earlier, I'm still making use of that same sample to run this old design. So daily load multiplied by 1.2. Can someone tell me where I'm getting that 1.2? Can anyone tell me?
I think that's the days.
Okay, no, it's not the days.
It's not the day.
I think it's
So
the
it is called,
efficiency level.
yes, it is called safety
That's
factor. It is called safety factor. So the rating
Exactly.
safety factor, because your panels can never perform 100%. So in
Okay.
this design, if you want this design to work perfectly, you need to add your safety factor, because
Oh
panels will
yeah.
never give you 100% capacity. So let's move down there. So now, I said daily load multiplied by 1.2, which is the derating factor. That is safety factor, is a must you add it. 1.2 divided by the sun hours. I don't know if Big Sun have put you guys through on geometric sunlight of every zone. I don't know if he has taught you that, but I think
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll be glad
Yes,
to
yes,
know.
yes.
that was our
Yeah, he
first topic,
has.
sir.
He
Okay,
has.
okay, that's good. So yeah, now we'll be coming into that here fully. So now the sun hour is very important in your in your PV design. It is called PV design. So the hours is very important. So let's assume I'm in Lagos. and most of our sun peak time is 4 hours.
So, sorry, Sam, can I just interject a little bit?
Okay, go
I
on.
was thinking, instead of now going at the load, let's think of the battery. I was thinking, let's think on how now we on the number of hours it will take for us to, for that battery to be full now, because we've already moved from the load. Now we are thinking in terms of the battery, and we've said that the battery should be around 4.8 kilowatts. Should we now forecast there? Maybe it's just my suggestion.
Okay, we should forecast through the hours that is needed to charge a battery, right?
Exactly. That is what I was. That's the way I was looking at it now, because we've already now
Yes.
moved from the load, and we have designed the battery capacity, which we've agreed should be around 4.8 kilowatts. So I was thinking
Yes.
now, let's focus on that, and now we see how we are going to charge that battery instead of going back now to the load again.
No, this is a solar panel. This is a solar panel. This is what we charge that battery within 4 hours.
Uh-huh. Okay. Just go
You
on
get
it.
it?
Just go on. Yes.
So if you check, this is panel sizing. We are sizing the solar panel. We've discussed the battery. So now we now need solar panel that we charge the batteries.
Okay.
So to what is needed in this kind of design for the initial battery that we designed to be 4.7 kilowatts. So now the example for this one is load is equals to 1910 watt hour. Then sun hour is designed, the sun hour, that is the sun peak hour is for 4 hours. So the panel design is still also 1910 multiplied by that the rating factor, which is 1.2, then divided by 4, which is going to give us 5,700, and that is 730 watt power. So approximately a 6 kilowatt solar array for that design. Do we get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, choosing a controller for this kind of design. So, we are taking this thing step by step. We've gone to the battery. We've gone to the solar array
Hello?
that will charge this.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't know. I think the calculation in the last slide was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
because
what way?
if the load should be times by the safety factor, that should be about 2,000 plus. Then divided by 4 is about 570, not 5,730.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Okay.
So sorry about that. I think there was a misconception here. Thank you for the extra measures to do your own calculation. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, class. Nobody's beyond mistake. You guys can flog me for that. I don't know who has a cane.
Nobody actually.
It's not allowed.
Sir,
who
we
is that? I think
understand that you're no longer dealing with this type of system, so we excuse you for that.
I understand. Please pardon me because I'm calculating big money now. So let's say approximately 600 watts. Anyway. So in 4 hours time, with this particular solar array, in 4 hours time, your battery is fully charged. To charge this particular storage, this 199 amp hours. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we are seeing your screen, sir. Sir, we are
Okay,
still
so this
we are
600,
still using the same.
Yes, we
We are
can.
still using the same load, right?
yes, we are still using the same load to calculate this.
Okay, so the daily load was supposed to be 1,910 watt hour, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Good. I hope we are
So
getting.
this,
I have a question.
okay.
We have a load of 1,910 watt hour in the house, and then we
Yes.
also have another battery, which is approximately 1,910. That's 5 kilowatts, right? According to the calculation we are using.
So 1.9 kilowatts, yes.
Yeah. So if the load in the house is 1.9 and the battery also is there, now we are sort of servicing whereby some of the power from the solar panel is charging the battery, and then some also is giving lights
Okay.
to the house.
I
Okay.
think
Very
this
true.
guy this
Very
guy is
true.
paying attention because we talked about this in the last class, right?
I had
He's paying
raised the same
attention.
concern.
He's paying
I had
attention, and
raised
he's
the same
also in the
concern.
field. He's
I
paying
had
attention,
raised
and he's
the same
also in the
concern.
field also. Eh? Hello.
I had
Yeah,
raised
I
the
said
same concern.
he's not only following up. He's in the field also, because I could detect from his questions. So now I understand you. I understand you cleanly. He was one that corrected me for this particular calculation, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's in the field. I love your courage. So now let me tell you something. The 4 hours I'm using for that is a what's it called? Sun peak hour, which is 4 hours.
This topic.
It is called peak sun hour. Yes, it is called peak sun hour. So now these 4 hours is constant, that we must get that 4 hours on a daily basis. And we have the sun to run all through the day for 10 hours all through the day. Or at times it's 11 most times, depending on the season. Like the present season, there's no how the sun will not run more than up to 10 hours. But there's no more sun, cloud is covering the sunlight. So now, when your battery is fully charged during this sun peak hour, the same solar array can still feel the load directly, because we have how many out of the sun hours of the day, which is, let's say, 10 hours. We are still going to be using the remaining 6 hours too. We generate, even if it is not up to 50%, so which can also see power this same load during the daytime. Am I clear, sir?
Yes.
Hello. You are getting what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So now the sector, or probably where I'm coming from, why I have to design something like this, is for the sake of people that are just probably knowing this for the first time. That is why I'm just doing this same calculation. If you give me a bigger calculation, then I'm okay with it when it runs in kilowatts. So I'm just doing this in watt power so that people will understand better. So when they get to that stage of converting your watt power to kilowatt, they will know. I hope you get me.
Yes, it's clear.
Yes,
Very
yes.
clear. Very clear.
Okay. Am I free now in the panel sizing?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I have seniors here.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Before I was logged out by the network, you wanted to explain why you use daily load times 1.2. So the 1.2, I've yet to get the analysis
So
behind it.
I said the 1.2 is a derating factor of solar sizing. So
Like
now,
safety factor.
this is it. The factor can be multiplied. If you want to know what the factor is, you multiply this 1.2 by 100, then you get the actual rate of what I mean by that derating factor. So, I mentioned that there's no how any energy storage or probably a generating power system has a power factor at which it runs. So for solar sizing, it is 1.2.
In
So
other
it's a
words,
derating.
in other words, to me, I'm looking at it from this point of view. Instead of calling 1.2, some of us call it 120%, 80%,
Yes,
which is easier
as, as,
for most of us to understand.
exactly. So it's 1.2%. Thank you, Moses. I really appreciate that. So it's 1.2% of the capacity you will
No, it's
use
not.
in
Is it 1.2 or 120?
checkmating.
120%.
That is
120.
no, it's not
You know,
120%. Sorry.
I think
I'm coming.
this is 100% plus 25% or 20%. I think that's what it is in real life. 100% for
So
one, then plus
this 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 is
20%.
1.2 over 100.
Yes.
1.2 over 100. That is 0.012
Oh,
percent.
okay.
To get your 1.2 is divided by 100%, which is 1.2. Are we
Hello.
getting it?
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
We are getting it right. We are getting it right.
Yeah. Hello,
So,
good evening.
good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. Yeah, sorry
Yes.
to Baje. Okay, I think the person that said 120% is actually correct because 120% is 120 divided by 100. That's 1.2.
1.2, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Yes, yes.
120%. Yeah.
It's 120%. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a ratio. You can decide to
Or you
rev
can
yours
call
up.
it a safety factor for most of the calculations
That's
you
what I
did.
said. I said it's a safety factor,
Yeah.
or the rating, like you are sure that okay, even if you needed a particular panels for maybe let's make an example for a maybe 500-watt panel, and you needed, let's say your total capacity needed is like, let's say 450 watts, and you needed a panel to deliver that 450 watts. Will you go for a 500 watt or a 450-watt panel? I will go for 500 because of the directing factor. That is what it
Safety
means.
factor, so that even if it falls within that the
It
actual
falls
power
within
you
that
need.
range. And if you check, I mentioned that if you are designing a solar panel, you can't get the maximum. So the maximum you'll be getting, the maximum of that capacity will multiply by that 1.2, so that you can be accurate with your calculation, so that anytime you are implementing this design, it will fit in your calculation. And at the end of the day, probably maybe your customer will give you a kudos, or probably maybe your house will be happy that you design something that is okay. So that is that about the panel sizing. Then we now move to the controller aspect of it. This is a chart controller. How to choose your chart controller. So I'm still following that particular this is 600, not 6,000. I think I'm coming on.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, sir. On the panels, have we gotten the numbers of panels that will charge it? Because what we got was in wattage. I don't know.
Okay,
Though network was just
yeah.
doing anyhow
So
here.
so he's going to, I think he will go back to that.
Which one, sir?
We just got the wattage of the total array. So now we have 600 watts. So you can decide to say, okay, I have 600 watt power array. That's what I need. Then you can decide that, okay, this 600 watt array, I'll use three pieces of,
Okay.
250 watts
Or you could use
to give you,
maybe, let's say, 200-watt panel,
yeah,
three units. For you to get a 600-watt power, that means you could
needs more than
probably
600.
combine a 150 watts in how many numbers? That
In
is
four,
600
in four,
divided by the
That would be
150.
4.
in four,
So it's going to be in 4.
That
So
would
if
be
it is
4.
200 watts, it's going to be in
Three.
in three.
3 units. So depending on your controller now. So that will be based on your controller to see, okay, should I go with even number panels, or I should go with odd number panels? I hope you get that, sir.
Okay, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
Okay,
continue.
sorry,
I
sir.
might still have a question going forward. Yes.
I have a question.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, let's
Okay.
take one. Let's take one after the other.
Go on. Who wants to ask question? Who
Who
wants to
asked
ask
the
question?
question?
Sir, are you saying
Arasiola.
the
No, it's not me, sir. It's not me.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Galilawa. Oh yeah.
yes, sir? Are you saying the controller decides the number of the panels on the array?
What do you say?
Are you saying the controller will now decide the number of the panels on the array you are using?
No. So now in connections, I will put you through that when I get to that controller. So now, if mostly I will want to recommend even number of panels for installations instead of going for odd numbers. If you are going for odd numbers, then that would be all connections should be in series. But where parallel will be involved, sorry, I know I don't know. Yes, you guys have been put through how you connect your panels, how you connect your batteries in series and parallel.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, in the best way of a system where you'll be having parallels, I will advise you go for an even number of panels. So
Okay.
even numbers of panels are the 150 watt I mentioned into 4 places. 200 watts is not an even number because it's falling under 3. It's not an even number. So 300 watt is also falling under even number, which is 2 units of 300 watt panel. So 200 watt panel. Okay, wait. 200 watt panel is under 4 units. I mean 3 units.
3 units.
So
3 units.
200 watts is off what you can design it for, except if the voltage of the controller can litigate the panel, except only then that connection will be done all in series.
Okay.
So do you understand how we could get that 600 watt panel?
Yes, I get.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are
Thank
moving
you,
to
sir.
the chat controller. Sorry, this slide was brought in rush because I just sent, I gave them my own plot of, so sorry, there are no images. I would have loved to show images, but in my next class, you will be seeing a lot of images. So this is just a theory section without images. So I will show you what the chat controller looks like,
Yeah,
types of chat controller.
we'll send the slide we have from Big Sun to them because it literally contains the same thing. So the images are there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So getting a chat controller, it is equals to total PV watts divided by the battery voltage. So this is just the formula for getting your controller. Total PV watts, which is 600 watts, then divided by the battery voltage, which is 24 volts. So deriving the answer to this, the calculation is 25 amps, which probably we can't get the 25 amps, but we are approximately getting a 30 amps chat controller. You can't get a 25 amps in the market. You get a 30 amps. So now,
Question.
for that your panel to charge, you need a chat controller of 30
Question.
amps. Okay,
Okay.
go on.
Okay. Now that we get 25 amps for this,
Yes.
you don't need to multiply it by the safety factor, power factor of 1.25 before maybe possibly approximating or thereabout.
No, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Okay.
You don't need factor for chat controllers, because
All
chat
right.
controller is an energy to drive a particular current. So now you can't exceed this particular current because we only wanted a chat controller that could accommodate the panels.
Okay.
That's what this chat controller is for. So like in this kind of design now, I would just recommend the 150 watt panel, 4 units,
Okay.
depending on the maximum voltage of the controller. So, as I've said, I would like to explain more about what controller is like, the inverter, how it works. I would like to do that, but that will be in the next section that we have a lot of images. So by then we'll be able
Okay.
to be more familiar, we'll be familiar with all these things I've mentioned.
All right. Right
Mm.
on.
So getting a charge controller for this, you'll be needing a 30 amps charge controller. So even if we are in a class now, we could experiment this to tell you that, okay, for a particular load that we run for a so hour in a day, which is 1,900, this is what we want to get. For a 2 days, this is the battery we need for this, which is 199 amp hours. Then I said, if because we use lithium here, if we are multiplying this by the battery voltage, which is 24, we'll be getting 4,700. And I said, okay, approximately, because we can't get 4,700 kilowatt hour battery according to the normal design. So now we are approximately to
Please
5
go to the
kilowatt
current
hour.
slide, sir. So we'll be following up.
Okay, so okay. Okay. So this is just the controller. Then we'll move to the next one. Practical study. You know, I was even ready for a practical study anyway, but we can't get that.
Please, sorry, I joined late because I was on another call before this call started.
Okay.
Is it the battery or the inverter that determines the system voltage?
Is the inverter.
Okay.
Is inverter. So now the whole work hand in hand. If you are calculating the battery, you need to be very considerate in terms of the voltage you'll be using. So now, you know, before designing your battery storage, you have to check which battery is available for this design. If it is a 24-volt battery or a 48-volt battery. So now, if you are using a 24-volt, you know, is another solution entirely, because whatever battery you'll be needing for a 48-volt and a 24-volt, if you are calculating it, if it is 4 for 24-volt, you'll be getting the same kilowatt hour, which is 9,600 watt hour. You'll be getting the same capacity. Are you getting me? So you can decide. It can be, yes, getting your battery voltage is, it will derive from your inverter itself.
Yeah, because
Inverter to be used.
I think all batteries mostly come in 12 volts. Am I right? No, that's for electricity only.
No, okay, you mean for battery? Okay, now for batteries, you know, there are connections in batteries. You know what makes a 24-volt in batteries having 2 units of 12 volts, 200 amp hours, or 12 volt, 200 amp hours. That's what makes. So even in 4, you can still connect series and parallel to get 24 volts.
Yeah.
So you can't say 12 is the one in the market. Yes, 12 is in the market. 12 volt is in the market, but you will be the engineer to know that, okay, I needed 3 battery, I needed 4 battery, or I needed 6 batteries to get the actual capacity I needed for this design. Depending on your design, you know, I told you have to design first before you get to the market. So whatever you calculate will determine what you'll be buying in the market.
Okay.
So,
fine. Sorry, taking you back. It was I joined late. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
I was in another meeting, another call before this one.
Okay, there's a sanction for you anyway. You have to
Sorry,
pay a
my
fine.
best. No problem.
Okay, so this is a particular state study which lists actual appliances and estimate energy needs, then calculate total load in watt hour. For this stage, for those that are still a bit coming up in this
Hello, sir. Sir, can I say something, sir?
It's coming. What is it?
Okay, I want to point out something that I noticed in the calculation we did.
Okay, what's that?
So when you were sizing the
you get what I'm
battery, you were
saying?
saying we need.
So
Okay, that's in.
Hello, sir. I think somebody has a question. I think he's probably having a issue with his network. So
Network, yes. I think
Okay,
the
so
network
selecting
issue might
inverter.
be good this night.
Oh, sorry, I know why my internet shut down. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, we
Sorry,
can
my
hear
Yes,
you
internet
now.
shut down.
we can hear
Sorry.
you. We can hear you now. You are back.
Oh, yes. So, as I've said earlier, this particular class, we are
I
only
don't. I
calculating
need,
in watt
you
hour.
need to share your
We are
screen
all,
again, sir.
oh, sorry. Okay,
Yes.
can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
So you can help us widen it on the screen, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the formula, we've gotten the formula for the battery, we've got the formula for the PV, then we've gotten the formula for the controller. So selecting inverter with 25% margin, which is very important. We need to select our inverter for 25% margin, just for a buffer, in case there might be a particular load that is having a surge. It could be inductive, it could be a resistive load. So that is that. Then
Or maybe the wife of the
cross-check
client just
final
a
system
new
sizing.
blender.
This is meant to. Hmm, okay. So the new slide, we have choosing, that is how to choose your inverter rating above peak load. So this is what we did for this particular inverter. We added 25% safety margin. Prefer pause. Okay, about inverter, maybe I don't want to go there. We have two type of inverter. We have modified sine wave and we have pure sine wave. So we used a pure sine wave inverter because an inductive load was included. So the system design, we used a 2 kilowatt inverter. So approximately 3 kilowatt inverter for that particular load. So that is where the 25% comes in as a margin. Then the training summary for today, we start energy load calculation, add safety factors and system losses, DOD and the rating factor of a solar panel. So that is where that the safety factors and system losses. Then the size, the battery sizing for autonomy and DOD also comes in. Then the sun hour for PVRA, then selected MPPT controller and proper inverter. So thank you very much. Solar is not magical, it's math. So let's build Africa renewable futures together. So
Thank you, sir.
this will take me to the end of my class, which I know I will improve on my next class. I'm sorry, though it came in as a rush, but uh, thank God for meeting up
You
on
delivered.
time. So for those that have questions, you can ask me. Hello, come again.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
too.
time. So, when we were
Yes,
doing
thank you
the
very much.
battery
So
sizing, we realized that for the load, for this particular example analysis that we did, that we'll be needing a 5 kilowatt battery.
yes,
So now, when we got to the
yes,
PV sizing, so the PV
yes,
sizing are giving us 600 watts. So
yes,
now my question is 600 watts powering a 5 kilowatt battery, charging a 5 kilowatt. How fast and how well will it charge it? Because I don't know. I'm still having difficulties to understand how the
okay. So
600 watts panels
okay, so
array will charge a 5 kilowatt battery within 5 or 10 hours thereabouts.
Okay. So we design 600. Fine. It will take the battery 8 hours thereabout to get fully charged. So I didn't put the factor of hours to charge the battery. I only put the factor of sun hours. If I'm now checking by to check the factor, the battery is meant to power for 2 days. So the calculation here reference to 4 hours every day. Do you get this? So now let's now say you
Yes, sir.
needed a battery that will charge it in a day. This design is for 2 days. It's just a reference of 2 days to charge it full. So now if we are not saying, okay, in a day I want this battery to get fully charged in a day, that will now be 600. It will be 600 times 2. So that will be, you'll be needing a 1200 watt hour to charge it. Sorry, I think there's a mix-up in this. This is not the initial calculation I gave. So I'm just saying this now. Thank you for reminding me. If the battery, I just calculated it now, and I find out that it's going to take 8 hours to charge the batteries. How I got that was that this particular load, this particular PV array that was 600 watts, divided by that battery, that is 5,000 divided by 600, and it's going to give us 8.3 thereabouts. So that is in hours, 8 hours. So that means this calculation is for 2 days. This particular 600 watt hour now is watt power is for 2 days to charge the batteries. So I would have just made it, okay, let's say is multiply. I think there's a mix up here. This could have been a multiply by 2. Then we'll not get this to charge. This for 2 days. I didn't add that 2 days to that is I meant to make it run in a day. So
that
sorry
means
about that.
we are supposed to have 1,200 watts PV array if we are to charge it in 1
Yes,
day.
1,200. Yes, 1,200 watt power. Yes, in 1 day. That is 4 hours in a day. The battery will be fully charged. I think there's. Sorry about that, please. Hope we understand that.
Yes, we understand. I think I had said the same thing at the beginning. I think I had said that. I think I had mentioned that.
So it's meant to give us 1,146 watt power.
That is okay now.
Then approximately, yes. So approximately 1,200 watt power. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
No problem, sir. We'll wait for you on
I didn't
Saturday.
calculate it. I only calculated this for just 2 days because the initial calculation was no, now for 1 day is times 2, which is 1,200. I know we have different calculation in getting battery storage, and I don't want you guys to go through that process because it will be too fast for us to get through that process. The guy that asked me that question, I know is familiar with solar design, and he has corrected me. Thank you very much for putting me through this.
You're welcome, sir.
My pleasure, sir. Thanks for your time.
So, any other points we can fact check every other part. I know the solar panel side that has been fact checked by someone, which I've corrected myself. I wanted someone else to come up with something that we can work on now.
Sir, question.
Okay.
So multiplying this panel size by 2 means that 1,200 watts power can charge the battery in a day.
Yes.
Whereas if you
Yes.
remove the two,
Yes.
600 watts, it will take 2 days to charge the whole battery full, right?
Yes, if we remove the two now, yes, yes. So now let me now come to another level. So
And
let's
that's
forget
because you are
about
using
this.
a DOD of DOA of 2 days. This is of autonomy of 2 days.
Yes.
Is that
So yes, yes. I think there's a mix up somewhere. This is calculated in watt hour.
Sir,
For a reason. So that you guys will get it clearly.
Yes, sir. I have a case study here, sir. Can we just use it to round up the class? Because one of my the people that I go to site with, the boys that are working with me. So he called me and he said there is this guy in their compound that ever since he started posting something on solar, the guy is asking for solar quotation. So in his house, he decided to go and look at the guy's meter, and he find out that in a day the guy consumed a total load of five. I think he gave me 5,325 watt hour. That's in 24 hours.
Per
This
day.
is the load. Yes, the guy is consuming.
Okay.
So
okay, for
guy
a day.
said that he needs a system that he can be using to run for 24 hours. That is, the system runs continuously for 24 hours. Yeah. So if we can use this as a case study to round up, so it will be more, we'll
So
take
in
it
that kind of scenario, should we do that?
Yes, let's take it individually from inverter size to battery size to charge controller size to solar size, PV size. So let's do it a fresh calculation.
Okay, so let's start this
use
way.
the whiteboard.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's use the white and then do a fresh calculation.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to make use of test instead of
instead of
writing.
Writing. Okay.
Yeah. So you said the load per day is what?
5,325 watt hour.
Watt hour. That is per day. And now we needed a battery, right? For this.
Yes. So what he wants.
You needed a battery storage or something to charge this particular load.
No. So what he says is this is the load he consumes in a day, right? And then during the day that him and his wife and the children goes to school. So everybody leaves the house around 8 a.m. And then after this 8 a.m., the only thing that is left on in the house is their fridge and freezer, which the total load is about 625 watts.
Okay.
So which means this 625 watts runs for 24 hours.
Okay. Okay, so now what do you need for this? Is it a storage?
Like general system from inverter size
to general system. Okay, so like this particular load now is running at 5,325 watt hour. So now what I mentioned earlier is multiplying that is this load now is overall. Then if it is just for a day, then it to be multiplied by 1, right?
Yeah.
In that calculation, it was measured to be 2 days divided by, I'm coming. So divided by the battery storage. If we are using a 24 volt or 48 volt, let's say we are using this should be more or less use 24 volts, 0.8. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
So that is, you know what this ratio is now? Anything multiplied by 1 is what? The same
This,
ratio. So 5325 divided by 24 volts multiplied by 0.8.
192.
That is 19.2.
Okay, 19.2. Yeah.
So this will be giving us this will be giving us 277
point.
amp hours. So for the battery, we needed a 277 amp hours. So now getting this battery now will now be multiplied by 24 volts, which is going to be giving us
6. Are we calculating this together so that we
it's going to
don't
be giving us
miss out something? So let's calculate it together. So press your calculator.
so this will be
6.6
giving
kilowatt
us
hour.
6.6 kilowatt hour. Are we seeing it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oh, sorry. So approximately, I would like to approximate, because this battery, we would like to approximate to 7 kilowatt hour slash 24 volts. So the battery that is needed for this design, because it's per day, so it's going to give us, we are going to be needing a 7 kilowatt hour for this battery storage. Is approximately, the initial calculation is giving us 6.6, but most times in storage we do approximation in the sense that what is in the market for us to buy to mitigate this particular calculation.
Yes, sir.
So the available one to mitigate this is 7 kilowatt hour.
Yes, sir.
So now this is just for the what's it called, for the storage aspects. So now let's move to the solar aspect now. Why is this thing not clicking again? Can you
It's
guys
not.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, it's hanging. What's happening?
It cannot
I
click
don't know.
from
I'm
your end.
experiencing a glitch.
Okay, let me help you clean that up.
Is someone working on the screen?
I'm trying to create a text
Maybe
box for
someone
you,
is
sir.
operating.
No. It's me. I'm trying to create a text box for you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Chinemerem, please, if we should stop typing on this thing so that.
Yeah, I noticed they are typing on it, so it's causing a glitch.
Yeah. So can you type? Can you type now?
Okay, let me see. No, I can't. I think they are jotting it down. So as I swipe it up, they are trying to bring it down back.
Okay. Okay, can we clean this?
I don't know if you can just.
Let's remove this. Then I think we have taken note of the battery we need, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's clear the page and then continue with the next one. So, Larry, can you create a text box again and then continue?
Okay. Let me see if I could do that. Let me just delete. I don't even have access to the screen again.
Don't have access to the screen again, but this is your whiteboard.
Okay, you know what? Let me close the whiteboard. Let me close the whiteboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think network. Network. Let me change. Let me switch my network. I think Airtel is misbehaving.
Okay. While he's doing that, please, I want us to try and be a place where we have lights, because we want to take a picture after the lecture, so that we'll just take a picture. So you just on your camera for like 5 seconds, take a picture, and
You
we'll wait for him on
you take it.
Saturday.
They bought light.
He's still our
They bought it.
facilitator for Saturday class.
Yes, now. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I switch it off because of the battery. Okay. Okay. So I'm going back to the whiteboard.
All right, sir.
It's telling me my network, the bandwidth. I think it's the network.
You know what? The people that has videos on, please shut it off so that it helps to reduce the bandwidth. If your video is on, just shut it off so
The
that.
bandwidth is very low. The bandwidth. Don't worry. I'm switch. I just switched now because I noticed my MTN modem went off, so I didn't notice that. So it switched to the Airtel. You know that time when there.
Yeah, MTN does that often these days. You just be using the network and then boom, everything just goes off. And yeah.
So I think this is cool.
All right, sir.
Moses still here? Is Moses still here?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So please, let's try not to interact with the board so that he can. So I would have prefer you go to inverter size. Let's start from inverter size since we've
Okay,
gotten the
inverter
battery.
sizing. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the total load, you said that load run for how many 24 hours a day, right?
Yes.
And the total load is what? 5 what?
5,325.
So in these cases now, because it's running watt hour,
Yes, sir.
we have to assume that this particular load will be divided by the hours, which is 24 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to give us what?
Is somebody
Please, you
calculating
guys,
with us?
people should help me with calculating, please. It's kind of difficult here. I'm having heavy sweat here. So that is the load per hour.
Is
Hello?
221 watts.
So this is the load running for this particular hour.
221.875.
Let's say approximately 222 watts. So now this is the
Yes.
load that run for 24 hours. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now 222 watts multiplied by 24 hours gives us this 5,300 That is 5,325 watt hour. Let me just indicate the clause so that we understand that. So for this inverter system, and I mentioned a buffer of 25%.
Yes, sir.
In addition to this capacity. So 25% of 222 is what?
That should be like that should be like
That should
55.
be
That's the 22 plus
55.5, I think.
55.5 plus
So
222.
that is 55. Let's
That
approximate to 600 watts. So inverter needed for this system because we've added the 25% buffer.
no, if you add the
They will be needing
25%, we have 25% of 221 is about 55. So if you add 55
okay,
to
sorry.
221, yeah, if you add 25 to 221, it's giving us around 277.
Sorry, 255. That is 277.
Yeah.
So we will need a 270. Is it in the market? No.
No, sir.
So we approximate a 300 watts.
300.
So it will be a 200, 300 VA because inverter is calculated in VA, kVA, or kilowatts, or
Yes, sir.
watts. So I can
But
hear you. Go on.
for market sake also, do we have
Mm.
a 300 watt inverter that is 24 volt? Because we calculated our battery using 24 volts
So now, this is another
challenge.
topology. So now, in the market, you cannot get an inverter of this size that will be a 24 volt. I told you that you have to work around what is in the market. So,
Yeah.
but if we are going above this capacity, will I say it's a waste of money? I won't say no, it's not a waste of money because peradventure your load can be increased as time goes on. But for this, we are running. I'm sure when we start going for current exams, then you understand why you need to get this done, why you need to get this calculation done. It's just for the sake of people that will be going for exams. I just need to put this clear because I know that there's no 300 VA inverter 24 volts.
No,
So for you to be safe, you go for the nearest capacity or the lowest capacity running under a 24 volt inverter. We've calculated the battery, which is giving us 7 kilowatts, stroke
yeah,
24 volts. So
yeah,
you need a 24 volt system that will charge that particular battery.
yes.
But we need to be very certain with this load. We need to be very certain with this load. That is, if it is academia, when it's coming to academia, you need to be sure that, okay, this particular load, a
Your
buffer of
math is
25%.
correct. I say, if for academic purpose, you need to be sure your mathematics is correct.
Yes, you need to be very sure that is correct. I know we don't have a system of this nature, except maybe Big Sun, you want to start creating inverter like this. I don't know.
No, we don't have that intention, sir.
So
But
there's nothing like
for the
this.
academic purpose, they are going to be the people that graduate from here after taking our leadership course will be registered for current exams. We are having a
Exactly.
MOU with current, so they will be having a free current exams too from us. Inshallah.
So for the purpose of calculation in terms of academia, you need to respond to this, but it's not the same thing in the market.
That's why they
So
say
if
that
I were the
theory and
one,
practical is different.
it's different. So it's difficult for me to take you guys theory, but when it comes to the practical, forget about it. Then we start sitting on it. So now, this is it now. In the market, let's just bring it to the real world now. In the real world, if I say, okay, I want an inverter for this kind of system now. If I get a 1.5 kVA inverter that is 24 volts, this is in the market.
Yes.
The next one we'll see again is 2 kVA.
Right, yeah, please leave the screen for us. So
They want to see it. They want to see it. So now, for in the market, I would rather go because I know that there's no inverter that is 300 VA 24 volts in the market. So the best thing is to go for the nearest
Lowest.
capacity.
Yeah.
So at least if you want to get a 1.5 kVA 24 volts, it's not that expensive getting it. So are we clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, should we move on to the PV side?
Have you gotten that, the inverter size we need by theory is approximately 300 watts, and for practical purpose, what we are going to get in the market is 1.5.
1.5 or 2.
Okay, but 1.5 is the nearest lowest wattage, because this 1.5 now is approximately like the inverter running on 300 watt is going to be like 20% of or 30% of the inverter capacity. And also, it should be noted that aside you adding 25%, margin to your inverter size, you should also design your inverter such that it won't run above 70% of
Of the
its
load, yes.
rated capacity, so that it don't stress the hell out of the MOSFET.
So by practical, you'll be needing a 1.5 kVA. That is the lowest you will get in the market for a 24 volt inverter. Do you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So should we move down to calculating the what's it called? The solar array, right? So we would need the same load. We will need the same load. That is 5,003. Big Son. Big Son. Namdi. Hello. Hello.
I don't think he's online. I think he's offline.
He's offline. Okay. I want him because he was the one that threw this question, and I need him to get this part also.
Yes, your network is still disturbing.
Okay. No, I think we missed you for a while.
Oh, that means it's my network that is.
Yes, it's your network.
Oh, sorry. What do you needed me to do, sir?
I said we need to have you here for this experiment.
Okay,
So
good.
now for PV calculations.
Okay, I think we can clear the board and then we'll start from PV so that.
There are so many people writing on the board.
Yeah.
No, we should be done. No, we should be done by now, sir.
Yeah, we are done with the class. We are just looking at this case.
No. Like you should clear the board. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me clear it. Okay. So remember the battery for so in the aspect of the PV sizing now, let me come in this direction. This is the practice I do and which I would like to put through. So now, we've gotten the battery storage, which is 7 kilowatts, right?
Yes, sir.
So now I'll be using the sun peak hour of 4.
Okay.
So this load is called, that is, let's say 4,000 watt hour. So now
No,
in sizing of the PV,
sir, that's not
initially,
4,000. You wrote 7,000, sir.
no, sorry, 7,000 watt hour.
Yes, that's
This
for
is
the
the
battery.
battery. This is the battery storage.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Mm.
Ken, my assistant, please take a screenshot of the lectures, the attendance, please.
Okay, I should take a screenshot of the attendance now, right?
Yes, yes. Then when we finish, you please still be around after we are taking screenshot because we need to take a general photo, please.
So this is 7,000 watt hour battery storage, and the sun peak hour, which is the 4 hours, this will be multiplied by 4 hours. So initially, there are different ways of sizing solar array on storage. Now we are now focusing on the storage now because we needed a PV array that will charge this battery in 4 hours time, which is 7,000 watt hour multiply. Sorry, not multiply. It's meant to be divide. Then what is it going to give us?
Sorry, somebody should calculate now. 7,000 watt hour divided by 4 hours. That's 1.5 watt hour. 1,750 watt hour. No, 1,750 watts actually. Sorry, not watt hour because hour will cancel hour.
To get the PV array, so you need watt power. So to charge this battery in 4 hours, I told you the sun peak hour varies. Like in Meduguri, which is 6 hours, in Abuja 5.5 hours. I think Sokoto too is 5 to 6 hours thereabouts. That is the sun peak hour. So
Yeah.
depending on the zone, so we are choosing Lagos zone, which is 4 hours. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure this thing they will go through. These questions will come up in our current
Yeah,
questions.
in fact, we've dealt with it extensively and we've looked at how system that might perform in Kaduna or Kano will not perform in Lagos using the same
Exactly.
size. And
Exactly.
even the economic effects.
So now we've gotten 1,700 watt power. So to get this, if probably you wanted a solar system for this, you would divide this by probably, okay, let's say, assuming you want to use maybe the panels you've seen in market is 300 watts. So if you are dividing this by 300, what is it going to give us, please? How many units? I want a figure that will rhyme. What
About
figure will rhyme with this?
about 5.8, which is like six pieces,
panels.
6 panels, six
Okay.
pieces.
So wait, let me get the division. Let me just write the division so that so it's giving us 5.8, right?
Yes.
Approximately 6 units of 300 watt panel for this installation. So for this installation, for a proper charge within a 4 hours period of time, you will need, initially, if we are to calculate the factor of solar panels, we are meant to multiply by
Exactly.
1.2.
That's what I was
So
about to ask you because the panels are not 100% efficient.
exactly. So now in this instance now, so there is where we come in here to put multiply by 1.2. Then the answer, I purposely no put them. So I want to see person go ask that question, and I'm sure nobody have asked that question. You are the one asking me. You asked the question, and you are the one asking me. I wanted someone to ask me that. What
Why,
about the 1.1?
why I do ask the question is for us to have another practical view of what you have already taught us. So that
Okay, so
yeah,
it's going to be giving us approximately 2.1 kilowatts. So which is in the right sense to design the 120% of your calculated load, which is 2,100 watt power. So checkmating this now, we want let's say we are using 400 watts. Let's use 400. Or what panels do you think we should use?
let's continue with the 300.
Okay. So
Give us 7.
2,000 divided by 300 watt panel. So it's going to give us 7. And I
Yes.
mentioned in this kind of installation, if your inverter is not an high voltage inverter, then this is not a good design. So
Yeah.
let's look for another panels that can rhyme with this, or probably maybe above a bit. So let's
Okay.
say 400 watts.
Okay.
It's
5.2,
5.2. Let's
which
say
is like
350 watts.
6.
350 watts. So now, if we're using 350 watts,
We need 6.
so that will be 6 units. 6 units. So
Okay.
for you to get a solar array that will charge this battery in 4 hours, if I to go above, it will charge even less than 4 hours, because we've done a summation of 1.2, that is 120% of this capacity, which is the 1,750 watt power, which is now going to be giving us this 2,100 watt power. So where we are trying to arrive this particular unit, I told you that is either you go for even number if your connections, if parallel will occur in the connections.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So that is where this is coming from. So I know we got that right.
Yes, sir.
So now, now we need to check the controller we'll be using for this system.
Yes, sir.
So for the sake of we getting a controller that will charge this particular system now, we'll now let's clear this page. Let's clear this page. Come here.
Oh, we are jotting these things down, right?
Yes, boss.
Because after your leadership training, you are going to be taking current exam. So that is why we are taking attendance to know those that are going to be graduating. Those that are graduating from Big Sun. In fact, we are going to send an MOU to our boss here so that if you are in Lagos, you are graduating with Big Sun, you can take an internship course with him
Okay,
at Baz.
that will be accepted anyway.
Thank you, sir. So if you are in
So I
Lagos,
just got where to meet myself. So I've been finding it out to meet myself. Once they share the whiteboard, so I've been finding it difficult to meet myself. But I just got what to meet myself now. But I'm in the class. I'm
as far
following
as
up.
okay, no problem. As far as you are following up, no problem.
Okay, said he's not seeing the board.
No, he say he cannot unmute himself while the whiteboard is on.
Okay.
But
I mentioned earlier that to get a charge controller, you need the total PV watt divided by the battery voltage. So now, the total PV watt we measured was 2,100 watts, right?
100. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now divided by the battery voltage, which is 24 volts.
have you shared the whiteboard, sir? I'm not seeing it though.
You have shared it too.
I've shared it too.
That means I am having the technical glitch from my own side.
Your network, sir.
Anyway, but you guys can hear me. That's the most important.
So, I mentioned that your total watt panels, that will be multiplied, divided by the battery voltage, which is 24 volts. So this will be giving us, who is helping me out, please?
That's the 2,100 divided by 24, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Is 87.5.
So we'll be needing 87, Abi.
Yes.
87.5.
So approximately, let's say, can we get 90 amps in the market? No. So 100 amps is the
Yeah.
next charge controller available in the market. So now for you to charge, for the charge controller needed for this, you'll be needing a charge controller of 12 volts. Sorry. It could be 12 stroke 24, but let's say 12 volts. 100 amps charge controller.
Okay, but can we use another formula?
Okay, in this sense, we can use another formula, but it has to do with how will I put it? I'm coming. So it has to do with the panels. So if you have the data sheet of the panels itself, then you'll be able to ratio a lower capacity of charge controller. So this 100 amps is a waste anyway.
Yeah.
But according to this calculation, this is the best calculation because it's giving us 87 amps. But because we don't have 87 amps charge controller, approximately goes to initially the approximate should be 90 amps.
Yeah, but there's no 90 amps.
But there's no 90 amps. That was why I gave 100. So in the other way around, if you want to check this, your data sheet, the data sheet of your panel will really determine the next calculation. So if you are giving me, let's say, a VOC of a panel, have you taught them this?
Yes.
A VOC of a panel is, let's say, on a 24-volt panels is rather most times VOC is like 36 VDC.
36, 40.
Then IMP, let's say
for a 350 watts or 400. Okay, we are using 350.
I'm just making an example.
The IMP should be around 8.5 to 9.7.
So I'm just putting this out. The ISC, the VMP, fine. The VMP is needed also. The VMP is needed.
Yeah.
Have you given an experiment of how they get this from a panel?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say.
Have I? Let's know if we understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me not say I have and we did not get it.
So who knows the meaning of the VOC? What's the meaning of VOC?
The voltage of
open voltage. Open voltage.
Open circuit voltage.
Open circuit voltage.
But what does it mean? Can somebody should explain the difference? Difference between VMP and
as in the voltage of the panel when charging.
Voltage generated from the panel when it has not been connected to any load. No, the VOC when it has not been connected to any load. That's the voltage generated. Yes, but when it is connected to load, it generates
it is the VOC.
VMP.
VMP, not yeah, correct.
So in this instance, I'm going towards explaining another formula or probably another way of how to get the controller with your discretion. But this is not accepted. Whatever I'm doing now is not accepted by current standard. So this is at your own discretion. But that calculation at initial is what is recommended.
Yes.
So this method now is at our own discretion, but according to probably we have experience of what happened on site. So I'm giving you this based on the at our own discretion. So now, whatever works here, whenever the panel is closed, this is what will be needed. Whenever your panels is on closed circuit, this 36 VDC.
You know what, sir? I think let's just work with the standard formula. As they come up, they will understand more so that we don't confuse them.
Exactly. So let them flow with this
with
first.
What is yes.
Yes. So
because I try as much as possible not to involve them deeper into things so that we'll take it progressively.
Exactly. So I just want to use my discretion calculation for this, which I'm sure that you don't even need 100 amps. You don't need 80 amps.
Yes. But that will confuse them the more. Abi?
And it will be based. It will be based on the kind of charge controller you're using.
Yes, if you are using MPPT, you can be looking at saying, okay, if it's a 30 amps charge controller that is 24 volts, then you can
Yes.
do 30 amps times 24 to give you the total wattage
Yes.
that the particular charge controller can take.
Controller. Yes.
So you can
And
check.
you will never see a 24 volts that will take these two charge controller,
No, no,
except
no.
MPPT charge controller.
Yes.
So, big son.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. I really appreciate you being here with us. In fact, it's almost 3 hours of this lecture. So
Okay.
I appreciate you a lot, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
for
Thank you.
Thank you. We are very grateful, sir.
joining our
You're
cause
welcome.
to,
You're welcome.
improve the
So,
solar industry because, sir,
initially I've said we can always be corrected by each other. So,
yeah.
we are all bound to mistakes most times, even though I was not too really prepared because I didn't check this slide before coming online.
And
So
just
this
like you
was
say,
just
you are coming
presented.
back from site. I was even I was
I
being
won't lie to you.
skeptical if we are going to be this
No,
much
I don't want
advanced.
to disappoint. I don't want to disappoint. I'm this
Thank
kind of
you.
person. At least you've been informing me earlier than now, but the business aspect of this our work is
Yeah,
very critical. It's
yeah.
very very critical. I'm having
Maybe
a presentation tomorrow morning at Ikoyi,
Uh,
so I needed to even be memorizing what I've done here for
I
my
oh,
can also
presentation.
take this. I can also take this opportunity to thank you. I can see here in Nairobi it's 1:34 a.m. and you can still. I'm not yet
Oh,
gone to bed, so the
yeah,
presentation has been good. So
yeah. Thank you, Moses. Thank you,
I
Moses. Really
appreciate. I
appreciate.
appreciate. Yes,
Yes,
it
thank
is
you. Thank
please,
you.
1:34 a.m. here.
can
Wow,
we
So
wow.
thanks so much.
Thank you for your time.
can we turn on our cameras so that we can take a picture, please?
That is okay. That is okay.
Yeah. Ken, where's my assistant? Mr. Ken, please, you can let's turn our system so my assistant can take a screenshot and
So I'm still waiting for some people are yet to turn on the
Chinemerem,
camera.
Samsidin and Mr. Said Oderi, please let's try to turn on our camera so we can have a screenshot, please. Is a wonderful thing that all of us are here by this time. We are willing to learn because, sir, I don't know if I've told you, but one of the main reasons why I incorporated this free training and also make it a point of view that they will take current exam is because you've been on sites for almost 15 years. You've seen what the quacks are doing in the industry, and I
Yes,
figured if it goes unchecked, the future of the solar industry will even collapse before it even matures.
yes, yes,
Exactly. You're
indeed.
right. You're right.
Yes,
You're right.
indeed.
Because
What's
even here
see,
in
what
Kenya,
is a solution is now being discouraged by the quacks. So, and we cannot ask them to leave the market because they have families and needs to take care of. We don't send them back
and
to
I think it's
poverty.
all over. I think it's
So
all
what
over.
we can
Just to
do
cut you
is
like
to learn the installation in the right way, do the right design, so that if every other person is installing solar the right way, we will not be having people being discouraged because I've seen people cry out. So you've seen somebody spend 8 million, 9 million, and at the end of the day, will call you, something is burning. This solar I did, I just wasted money
it is
because
true.
solar
Like here in
involves
Kenya.
a high cost initial, initial high cost. So it's going to be very disappointing for somebody to spend that amount of money and you won't
Getting
get
fake
anything
results.
out of it. So please, I employ us to ask questions, interact, because the essence is for you to do it right. That is why we say you should not pay. The only thing you pay is attention. I hope, and I know all of us can afford attention. Okay. So please, the ones that are not turning on their camera, this is why I didn't want night class, because some people will have dozed off. Some people are already with our ancestors. They're having meetings somewhere. But we can take a screenshot of what we have and the people available who,
Okay.
it's a wonderful thing that we are here. So it's all good. So Ken,
So should I go ahead with
yeah, you can take a screenshot now, please.
Providers can follow to clean patient like scheduling patient maybe 1 week.
So once you're done, you can tell us. So can
So Big Son, I don't know if you have review of some past questions of Korean. If I could share some.
Yes, you can share some with us, because we are during their leadership training, which is
Okay.
after they graduate from here. We're going to, as they are doing the leadership training, that we are prepping them for current too.
Okay.
And maybe then we can have our opportunity to, have our practical classes. Just that,
Okay.
having to organize practical classes in 36 states, logistics alone will send me to the village. But
no problem. People do well in the village too now, so no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let Oga be enjoying city life. Oga is a city boy now.
I'm not
SUN
a city boy.
Africa.
I lived for 16 years, 14 years of my life in the village using lantern to read, and in fact, one of the things that made me go to the city, and the city I went to was on Onitsha. It's not like it's a mega city in Anambra State. Why I went to the city was because they say that in the city there is light in the sky. So I needed to see that light in the sky. Somebody says he's joining from Scotland.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Friday, Edno, you're welcome. So, Ken, have you taken the screenshots? Can we go now?
I have.
You have taken, okay. So we can call it a night. So,
Okay.
Mr. Olariwaju Samson, we appreciate you. We thank you for coming, and you're taking us on Saturday by 9 a.m. So,
Okay.
right.
I just pray I'm chanced.
I will pray your chance, even if you are not chanced, you have a lot of boys.
Why not give me on Sunday now?
We already scheduled these classes so that we.
Okay, I get. I'll try my possible best. So,
all right,
so
sir.
before heading out for the daily activities. Thank you.
All right.
Have
Thank
a
you.
nice day. Greetings to everyone. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you. So good
Thank you
night,
very
everybody.
much.
So we'll see you guys on Saturday. God
All
bless
right.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. All right.